Hello everyone. Very good evening to all of you. This is me Tapash Ku.Pradhan, a student of the political science, and I would like to welcome to all of you to this YouTube channels. Uh, how are you everyone? I hope you are fine, fit and well. So in these sessions, the student of the political science going to be extensively discuss or try to start our series of the Odisha politics, the structure of the government polity and institutionalized framework. So as you know that guys, successfully we cover the comparative politics as per the pattern of the question they ask, and we also attempt few of the question of from this comparative politics. And now the time to discuss about the Odisha politics. Okay, so we will discuss the institutional framework, the structure of the government in Odisha politics, all the thing in this session I am going to be cover maximum thing theory plus question. So our target should be that we will be study on the basis of exam point of view. Then we will be discuss that what is important, and accordingly we will follow. So guys, without delay, let's get start. So guys, as you see in the screen that here there is a mentions like so you can see here, for example, the president rule. Okay guys, so the president rule and chief minister. So previous year question based study. Okay, so they asked the questions like the president rule for the first time was imposed in Odisha in the year. So president rule for the first time was imposed in Odisha in the year, that is how 1961, that is the answer. And they asked the question initially, so it is a paper of, you can see, the 2021. Okay, so accordingly we have to be focused that they asked the question in term of the past. So the examiner is quite interesting to ask the question in term of the past. So far, so the president rule is concerned, they can ask the questions how many times the president rules are there in basically imposed in India, Odisha, that is how the 6 times. Yes guys, that is the 6 times the president rule is basically imposed in Odisha. Okay, the first president rules, as you know, that is basically on 25th February 1961. So as they ask the question, like they can again ask the question in which year the first president rule is imposed in Odisha, that is how the 25th February 1961. This 25th February you need to remember also from the exam point of view. Okay, then similarly I would not say that all the year is important from the president rule. Yes, but the first and second one is the last one is important, and rest of thing for our sake of knowledge we have to study. Then second president, and you have to remember during the time of the Harakusta Mahatab. Okay, the Congress government. So Janta गणतंत्र ओके हरगोष्ठ महाताब गणतंत्र लेड कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट द प्रेसिडेंट रूल बेसिकली फर्स्ट टाइम्स इंट्रोड्यूस इन ओडिशा on 25th February 1961. If they ask the question during that who is the chief minister of Odisha, that is Harakusta Mahatab. Okay, then there is a second president rule again, that is how basically 11th January 1971. Yes guys, 11th January 1971. Third president rule is introduced on 3 March. Okay, 3rd March 1973. Yes guys, 3rd March 1973. Then fourth president rule introduced in Odisha, that is the on 16th December 1976. Okay, 16th December 1976. Then fifth president rule in Odisha, that is how 30 April 1977. That is how the fifth president rule. Then last president rule, that is how the 6th number president rule in Odisha, that is how 7th February 1980. So you have to remember 1980 becoming our last president rules. Okay, the first one is like 1961. After the almost 20 years there is a last president rule, that is 6th number president rule 1980. Okay, 1980. So this is how they basically frame the question from there. Okay, this is how they basically frame the question from there. So similarly there is another question in front of you which I would like to highlight it in this manner, that what was the tenure of the chief minister of Vishwanath Das in Odisha. So Vishwanath Das is also the basically chief minister of Odisha, and its tenure is like from 71 to 72. Yes guys, 71 to 72 for the very little times. Okay, so because that times there is a president rule again imposed in 1973, as you know. So that is how there is a, if they ask the question, the tenure of the chief minister of Vishwanath Das in Odisha, that is 71 to 72. Okay, so in that manner we can cover that topics through our help of note that basically we arrange in that manner. So you can see here, for example, okay, this is the note. Okay, so this is how important legislative assembly and its features and it's the CMs. Okay, so as you know that that we successfully discussed this thing in our last few classes, if you might remember that thing. So few of the important thing which I would like to highlight it, if they ask the question in the first chief minister in term of the pre-independence, that is how Krishna Chandra. Okay, then your Vishwanath Das. Okay, so Krishna Chandra, then Vishwanath Das. Okay, first PM. So you have to remember Vishwanath Das. Okay, so post independence it is the Hare Krishna Mahatab, and its tenure is like 51 to 52. Yes guys, 1951 to 52, the tenure of the Hare Krishna Mahatab, okay, became a first chief minister of Odisha in post independence. Okay, then you have to remember that as you know that they asked the questions the president rule imposed in Odisha. So similarly they can ask the question, in which legislative assembly the president rule is imposed in Odisha. It is the second legislative assembly president rule is imposed in Odisha, that is how 1961. Yes guys, 1961, 25th February 1961. Okay, then the third basically legislative assembly in which Biju Patnaik became a chief minister of Odisha, that is the term like 61 to 71, 61 to 67, that is how term of the Biju Patnaik, that you have to remember. Then the fourth legislative assembly, R.N. Singhdeo became the chief minister of Odisha, and that is span from 1967 to 71. That is how in that times also there is a second time president rules we follow 1971. Then sixth legislative assembly in which the chief minister is like Nandin Satpathy, and that time the seat basically changed in the legislative assembly 140 to 147. Yes guys, the seats of legislative assembly became changed from 140 to 147 during the time of the sixth legislative assembly, when which the Nandin Satpathy became a chief minister of Odisha. Okay, then similarly the 13th legislative assembly you know very well. So this is all about the things. Okay, but the thing is that what do you study, I have made a question for you that we should practice that things. Okay, so that is how the questions. And you know guys, the questions from my side is typical high level, and it provide a huge information to remember. That how can you remember? So here in front of you the first question, the title is Odisha Politics, the government of organ of the government. Okay, the match of the following question in front of you, that first coalition government. Okay, then second is like first president rule, sixth legislative assembly, and 13th legislative assembly. So first president rule, here you can match your first president rules in term of that is how second legislative assembly. Yes guys, in first president rule you found where now second legislative assembly there is a first president rule is imposed, that is the 25th February 1961. That is how the first sorry, my mistake is here they mention that is the first coalition government. So first coalition government it is the 1951. Yes guys, so 1951 the first coalition government, on 1959 May. Yes guys, 1959 May the first coalition government. If I talk about the first president rule, that is how second legislative assembly. During the time of the second legislative assembly there is a first president rule in the year of 25th February 1961. Yes guys, 25th February 1961 the first president rules basically take place in the second legislative assembly. Yes guys, the first president rule is took place basically in the second legislative assembly on 25th February 1961. Then sixth legislative assembly in which the seats basically changed from 140 to 147. Yes guys, in sixth legislative assembly the seats basically changed from the 140 to 147, that during the time of the chief minister of Nandin Satpathy. Yes guys, during the time of the Nandin Satpathy the seats basically changed from 140 to 147 in the sixth legislative assembly, which you basically generally understand. Then 30th legislative assembly, that is important from exam point of view, because that times the basically our honorable basically the Nabin Patnaik sir became a chief minister of Odisha, and that is span in the year like on 15 May 2004. Yes, guys, on 15 May 2004, the 13 legislative assembly basically took place. So this is how the different event and the it's the factual information. And from this question you can get a number of question, and within one question I am trying to cover a multiple question from this background. Then a wonderful question ahead, like statement based question. The tenure of the first first Congress chief minister of Odisha, like span from the 3 April 1971 to the 72. So it is, guys, none other than the Harekushta Mahatab. Sorry, Biswanath Das. Okay, my mistake. The Biswanath Das. So Biswanath Das term of the presidency span for the 3rd April 1971 to 72. So you does not require to remember this date, but you have to remember the year that 71 to 72, that time is basically Biswanath Das became a chief minister of Odisha, and that time the second president rule is also imposed that time. So that is how you have to remember. Then first chief minister of Odisha is like Harekushta Mahatab. Yes, guys. So if they ask the question, who is the first chief minister of Odisha, that is Harekushta Mahatab. And homework for all of you, that you have to remember the first chief minister in term of the first CM, in term of the first governor, in term of the first speaker, okay, in term of the first leader of opposition, first coalition government party, okay, then first last coalition government, okay, party, political party. So this is how in term of the first that you have to remember, because the examiner is quite interesting to ask the question in term of the first, so that you have to remember. Then another question, wonderful question in front of you, which we basically already discussed this theory, like CM of Odisha and its term. Okay, guys. So Janaki Ballabh Patnaik, Nandini Satpathy, Biju Patnaik, and Rajendra Narayan Singhdeo. So guys, Janaki Ballabh Patnaik. So Janaki Ballabh Patnaik's the timeline will be span from where? Now it is the that you can remember from basically it is the 67 to the 71. Okay, guys. So first of all you have to match the like from the like Nandini Satpathy, that is the 74 to 76. Yes, guys, Nandini Satpathy from the 74 to 76, that is how Nandini Satpathy that during the time the 6th legislative assembly, the like the seats of the assembly changed from 140 to 147. So right now how many seats in the Odisha? It is 147. Okay, 147. Then the guys, the Biju Patnaik, our the honorable basically chief minister, and their timeline basically span from that you have to remember 67 to the 71. Yes, guys, 67 to 71 the Biju Patnaik's timeline is spans. Then Rajendra Narayan Singhdeo is basically span from 90 to 90. Okay, so 90 to 95. So this thing is need to be checked. Okay, then Janaki Ballabh Patnaik is span from 80 to 89. Yes, guys, 80 to 89 Janaki Ballabh Patnaik. So this is how the thing. Then next question, like the president rule, president rule first time imposed in Odisha on 25th February 1961. As a region based question, region the Harekushta Mahatab law led Congress Janatantra Parishad resign. Okay, Janatantra Parishad resign due to the difference of party. Yes, guys. So A is correct and R is also correct, and R also giving the correct explanation. So you have to remember the first president rule basically imposed in Odisha on 25th February 1961, and its reason like Harekushta Mahatab lead Congress Ganatantra Parishad resigned due to the difference of party. Due to the difference of party, there is a misappropriation of rule and regulation in Odisha, and that resulted into the first president rule imposition in Odisha. That is how on 25th February 1961. Yes, guys, 25th February 1961. Then another bonus question in front of you. Total tribal block in Odisha, how many? That is 118, 77, 121 and 180. So it is, guys, 118. So total tribal block in Odisha, out of 3, you know, guys, in Odisha there are the around 314 the basically block. Okay, but out of that 118 is basically block is a tribal block. Okay, 118 it is block, it's basically tribal block. Okay, so around the 30% block is basically tribal block. So you can found also that in Odisha the term of the population in tribal is also high. Like first you understand the Madhya Pradesh is the state who basically high in tribal population, then Odisha also high in tribal population. Another bonus question all of you, that which of the following states have a high number of seats to Lok Sabha from the scheduled tribes? Which of the following states have a high number of seats to the Lok Sabha from the scheduled tribe? Option is 1 Odisha, option 2 is Madhya Pradesh, option 2 is Madhya Pradesh, option 3 is like Uttar Pradesh, option 4 is like Maharashtra. So you have to find out from this option. So this is all about from my side for this today. I know this video is long, but I try to cover my best, and this is all about mindset. Thank you. Thank you. So as you can see me, so this is all about from mindset for this special classes of the special people and special examination. I hope it is clear to you and helpful you in your examination. And if you like my effort, do subscribe, do press the bell icon, and also do provide your answer in comment box, that I will really appreciate that you guys also enjoying the class while you learning with me. Thank you guys, have a nice day.